I'm ROXETTEARISA, and today we're going to be doing a step-by-step tutorial on how to do a cut crease eyeshadow look. So this is the look that I'm going to be showing you how to create. It's just a very neutral cut crease, but I wanted to do an in-depth tutorial, so going literally step-by-step on all my tips and tricks and just my techniques on how to do a cut crease, because I think it is one of the more difficult eyeshadow looks to really master. I mean, it took me a long time to even feel like I knew what I was doing, so I hope this is going to be helpful for a lot of you guys and that you're gonna slay those cut creases after this video. And I did want to mention that I partnered up with Sigma Beauty to create this tutorial, so all products are going to be Sigma. I know a lot of you like when I do one branded tutorials, so get excited. I'm excited for you guys to see it. Don't forget to subscribe before we hop in. I feel like I was talking so fast in this intro, but I guess, you know, I'm really excited. Let's get into this tutorial. So I've already gone ahead and primed my eyelids so that we can just move straight into the fun part, which is the eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the Sigma, not used to this very close angle. So I'm going to be using the Sigma Beauty Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette for this look. First thing I'm going to be doing is taking the shade Cinnamon, which is a really beautiful warm brown, and I'm popping that into the crease as our main transitional shade. I like to use a big fluffy brush for this step, so this is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40. Once I have that transitional shade down, I can kind of see where the eye look is going to go, if that makes sense. So this is the time when I like to take a little piece of tape and place it where we want our cut crease to extend out to. Next, I'm going to take the shade Cozy on a Sigma E25 blending brush and start to build up the crease. This is a slightly darker brown with more of a neutral undertone, so this is really going to add more definition and just add that gradient effect that we want. The technique that I'm using is holding the brush at a slightly downwards angle to do this step. If we hold the brush upwards, it gives us more of a diffused placement of the eyeshadow. If you hold it downwards, you're going to get more precision, and then we're going to be able to make a nice sharp cut crease. And I'm holding the brush downwards at this angle right underneath the brow bone arch. You want to turn the brush slightly and flick it up so that we get a nice wing shape. Next up, I'm going to take the shade Warm Stone on the same Sigma E25 blending brush and just continue to do the exact same technique, this time just keeping it slightly lower than before so we continue to work on that gradient. Now with the shade Russet, which is this gorgeous plum, we're going to actually take that on the Sigma Cut Crease E62. I think it's really cool that Sigma actually has a cut crease brush, because we all need the help when it comes to cut creases to really, you know, make it sharp as a knife. I take the eyeshadow on the very tip of the brush and I use slight strokes to start creating that super defined line that's really going to cut our crease. So you can see here I'm starting from the middle and I'm dragging it outwards first and then inwards. This brush makes it really easy to get into this inner corner, especially because of the shape of it. So I highly recommend this brush if you're interested in creating lots of cut creases very easily. And once you've got the shade down, you do want to go back in with the E25, and I like to kind of blend upwards at this point because now we are going for that diffusion. So you want to blend upwards. I'm just using whatever was left on the brush when we last used it. We can go ahead and remove that tape. And you can see it leaves us with a very sharp line, which is exactly what we want. If you want to clean up your cut crease at all, I think I'll do it just a little bit. You can go in with any concealer that you have on hand and just start to clean up the base of the eyelid. I'm using a Sigma Cream Color E58 brush for this. You definitely want to use a brush that's meant for cream product for this step, because that's going to help you immensely. Then once we've got that concealer down, I'm taking the shade Sugar Milk from the eyeshadow palette and setting it down with the firm shader E57 from Sigma. Anytime you put a cream shade, obviously you want to set it down with a powder so that it really stays all day. And if you want to touch any spots up or define any more, now would be the time to do it. Just using the exact same technique. Alrighty, now it's time to add on a wing. I'm gonna make it really sharp, and for that, you already know though, I'm gonna need these two products. These are my go-tos when it comes to winged liners. So this is the gel liner in Wicked from Sigma, and then the Sigma Wing Liner E6 brush. There's something about this combo that just makes it so easy to create wings for me. I mean, this brush is absolutely amazing. It's so precise, it has a nice angle to it, and it just makes it really easy to drag out the liner and keep it really nice and precise. And then the formula of the liner is key. It is just the right amount of creaminess, pigmentation. It's not too liquidy, it's not too thick or dry, it's just perfect. And then once I have sort of the basic shape that I like, I go over the gel liner with a liquid liner. And I'm using the Sigma Line Ace in the shade Legend. This step is really gonna help everything smooth out and just make this liner as bulletproof as possible. If you want, you can go ahead and clean up the edges just a little with a makeup wipe. Next up, we're going to pop on some mascara to prep for falsies. So this is the Monumental Lash from Sigma. Then I'm going to pop on my falsies as I normally do. I attach in the middle and then place the outer and inner corners on to secure the lash. Alrighty, and once you have the rest of your face makeup on, we can move to the lower lash line. So what I'm going to do is take this shade down here that we used before. It's the shade called Cozy. And I'm going to smoke out the lower lash line really lightly with a Sigma Short Shader E20. And then you can go into the waterline with any black liner that you have on hand. Anything that's super black is going to work because we just want to give the look a smoky finish. And then last up for the eyes, I'm just going to go in with that same mascara that we use and coat my bottom lashes. I was just going to make this an only eye tutorial, but I figured now that we're here, we might as well just finish off the look, and I'll tell you guys like what color combinations would, you know, go best with these neutral eyes. So I am actually going to add some bronzer first. I'm going to be using the Sigma Aura powder in the shade In the Saddle, and I'm applying that with a Sigma Large Powder F30 just around the outer corners of my face and anywhere where the sun would naturally hit my face. And to add a little bit of rosiness to the cheeks, I'm going to pop on some of this Sigma Aura powder in the shade Cor de Rosa. I've used this so many times on my channel because it's such a beautiful, beautiful rosy undertoned blush, and it goes perfectly with this eyes because it is neutral, but it's still going to bring out the warmth in our skin and tie the whole look together. So I'm just applying that to the apples of my cheeks and blending backwards with the Sigma F10 powder blush. Then I'm going to pop on some rose. Oh my god! This brush is everything. Do you see that pigmentation? You get this with literally any highlighter when you use this brush. And by the way, this brush is the Sigma F42 Strobing Fan. I am hooked. I can never use another highlight brush. Is there such a thing as too much highlight? If there was, I feel like this might be it, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it because in my book, there is no such thing as too much highlight. For the lips, I wanted to keep it semi-neutral, but with that rosy undertone. See where I'm going with this? So this is the Sigma Lip Base in the shade Indulgent, and I'm just filling in my lips and lining them with this product. Okay, and then we're almost done. To finish off the look, I think I'm gonna add on a gloss. This is such a beautiful color. It's the Sigma Lip Vex in the shade All Heart. Alrighty, so that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful. If you start, you know, slaying those cut creases now, make sure to tag me on Instagram, Snapchat me, tweet me. All the links will be down below. And speaking of links, I'm gonna link all the products and the brushes that I used in this video down in the description box. And you can also use my code. I almost forgot to mention this, but you can use my code to save some dollar bills. So it's just ROXETTEARISA. Super easy to remember, I know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.